this has been a long time coming, in which, I mean, like, low-key only a week, but I want to get a bunch of videos out to y'all. Mad tired, man. My sleep schedule's been screwed from training, hurt my foot. Yo, boy, I'd be honest, I missed the bag the other day, hit the pole, felt like I broke my foot. It's been horrible, but it's great at the same time, because the life of a villain. But anyways, this is, Reverse Flash versus Juggernaut summed up, in which I talk about the 5 main points of contention or win conditions I came down to researching this. I already made a video on both these characters, so if you have not seen the scaling for them, please go check them out. I might make this into one big movie for people that haven't seen them, but for at least this part, you're just going to get the conclusion. So, the 5 points of contention that I will be discussing are: 1, attack potency; 2, speed; 3, how important hacks play into the fight; 4, power sources that each draw from; and 5, BFR. So we're going to go through each one. I'm going to discuss the importance of them, how they stack up. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy. This is an analysis of non-jobbing classic Juggernaut versus Reverse Flash. Let's begin. Alright, point 1, point of contention. AP, attack potency. Who does this favor? Well, I gotta go Juggernaut. Juggernaut consistently hits harder. He was in classic form, was ragdolling Thor. He was a casual team buster. He was walking through the God Blast, literally overpowering it and walking through it, taking regular blasts from Thor that were some of his strongest besides the God Blast, in which he's casually been able to rock multiversal to outerversal being with these blasts. I mean, the God Blast literally rocked a Celestial and almost killed Galactus. It's ridiculous. And Juggernaut, because of his power granted to him from Sidorak, is able to just casually walk through it. Thor doesn't hold back against Juggernaut. Hulk doesn't either. Casually matches their strength. I mean, I don't think there's any real argument for Reverse Flash having better AP feats than Juggernaut, given how Reverse Flash fights. However, here's something I want y'all to keep in mind with that point of contention. Reverse Flash does not have an over-reliance upon attack potency to beat his opponents. That's not what... He doesn't come into fights thinking, oh, I'm just going to raw overpower them and go through it that way. That's not how he fights. So in terms of point of contention, even though Reverse Flash loses this one, the importance of it is debatable in terms of the overall outcome of the fight. But we will be giving the AP durability nod to Juggernaut. I do believe he takes that point of contention. Next up, speed. Who's faster? This might seem like a dumbass question, but it's a legitimate one you gotta ask. Reverse Flash is indeed consistently faster than Juggernaut. No arguments here. However, there's something that needs to be said about Juggernaut's speed, right? Because Juggernaut was able to fight in a realm completely void of physics like time, the things that make up physics, and he was faster than classic Doctor Strange. He was actually tagging classic Doctor Strange. Classic Doctor Strange had to adjust to the new environment, because when you go to an environment that's beyond physics or different physics, a lot of characters naturally have to adjust because your speed literally changes due to the physics changing. But Juggernaut adapted instantly because of his power and tagged, I believe, Strange with only the second punch. He only missed the first time. Doctor Strange has gone so fast before that he literally created an infinite time loop and almost ran into himself. He is OD fast. And the fact that Juggernaut can tag him and keep up with him even in, extra dimensional places is nuts, and is mostly reliant upon the fact that Juggernaut constantly has a field around him that keeps him protected. So that's mostly what I would attribute his ability to match speed to. But still, speed-wise, Reverse Flash takes it. I mean, the guy casually runs across timelines, blitzes Flash. He's one of the fastest in the Flash family, period. And that's been consistent ever since he came to be, even in Rebirth. Like, he ran across all of time and space in the multiverse in his search for the goon Dr. Manhattan. So it's like, I don't think much arguments to be made for Juggernaut being faster, but there definitely is one to be made for Juggernaut being able to land 1 or 2 hits if he had to. Still, point of contention on speed heavily favors Reverse Flash, but what I think makes it so fascinating, right, is it's kind of like point one. Juggernaut doesn't come into fights looking to be faster. He doesn't come into fights expecting to be faster. It's the opposite. He expects you to be faster. He expects you to try to hit him. He expects you to be faster to the first punch, but it doesn't matter to him because he's walking through it. So yeah, even though Reverse Flash takes this point, like I said, it's kind of like point one. Moving on, next one we are going to address, I think we will look at power sources. What's a better power source? The negative speed force for Reverse Flash or the power of Sidorak? I favor the power of Sidorak as one. I like what power source should be more lethal, because Sidorak himself can control the power and give more power, whereas Reverse Flash is reliant upon his own connection and like manipulating it himself. He's great at it, but still, Sidorak's the strongest dark magic user, arguably second among all Hell Fiends in Marvel Comics itself, all the way up to having arguments being above Oblivion but being below the one below all. So you have all this crazy stuff. Sidorak also, the purpose of Juggernaut, which can't be understated. Classic Juggernaut was supposed to be the Juggernaut that beats everybody. It's a sense of pride for the character of Sidorak for Juggernaut to walk through people and beat them down. So when he was getting hacked and stuff, Sidorak interferes. Sidorak helps him out, amps him. He can amp him more if Juggernaut needs more to prove he's the GOAT. So yeah, with prime non-jobbing, Juggernaut did have assistance from Sidorak as a power source. I favor that a little bit, but in terms of mastery over their own abilities, it's probably Reverse Flash. So this point of contention gets really weird, and I honestly think it kind of ties itself in the end and doesn't matter as much because one uses theirs better, but one has a better source. So it's like utilization versus availability. What do you prefer? So it's a little bit up in the air, and I don't think it's what decides the fight. Now, all right, so the question kind of becomes, can Reverse Flash hack? Number 4, can Reverse Flash hacks Juggernaut? Like age hacks, time hacks, all that stuff. Hell no. Classic Juggernaut had the defenses of Sidorak on point to the point where when Eternity BFR'd him and sent him to Oblivion, he survived the hacks of Oblivion. Oblivion trying to get rid of him to age him out of existence. Sidorak kept him protected. You're not going to convince me Reverse Flash is like casual hacks, scale above the hacks of, like, let's say Thor's God Blast, which Juggernaut was completely protected from, or time hacks from Oblivion. No way Reverse Flash is above Oblivion with hacks. And then you look at things like the God Blast, which he walked through. Reverse Flash hacks don't hit as hard or do as much as the God Blast. They don't. Even the Asgardian rune magic of Mjolnir got negged by the field of Sidorak. Things of that nature. Hacks, I believe Juggernaut just walks through. I don't see hacks favoring Reverse Flash. So for that, I give it to Juggernaut, because Juggernaut can also slow you down if you get close to him because of his field. So it's really interesting. Next, final point. 5th point, that matters. BFR. Reverse Flash, because of his ability as a speedster who, gets really active with time, can drop you off in different timelines, run you through different timelines, run you through different scenarios, BFR you with timeline manip. Can Juggernaut resist the BFR? No. And here's a reason for that, right? Because the first thing you might ask yourself is, how does Juggernaut neg a lot of hacks but then suddenly gets BFR'd, right? Why would he only neg some and not all? Because he's not losing when he gets BFR'd. Sidorak interferes when Juggernaut's losing a fight. If there is a hacks that takes away Juggernaut's power and then he loses that fight because of it, Sidorak interferes, like Oblivion. But when he gets BFR'd to another timeline and he's not getting beaten up, no one's beating him, no one's saying they beat him, they just BFR him, that's not a loss, because Juggernaut's like, I'm the Juggernaut, I'll come back eventually and I'll find you and I'll beat your ass, because he does have the ability to remember your aura and he can track you through all the time and space. He said that. So yeah, it's OD. But he can be BFR'd, because to him and Sidorak, it's not a loss when an opponent gets rid of you, it's just them avoiding your fade. So because of his pride, ironically, both him and Sidorak open up Juggernaut to being susceptible to BFR. So that is a major plus for Reverse Flash. And ultimately, I think it's the point that decides this battle. I believe if Reverse Flash gets hit once or twice from Juggernaut, he's going to say, look, dog, this shit ain't worth it. Time to get his big ass up out of here. And I think he would BFR Juggernaut. In the end, because of BFR, I favor that as the biggest win condition for Reverse Flash against Juggernaut. However, if you took BFR completely out of it, like you're not allowed to do that, and they got stuck in one area, one dimension or whatever, I don't see Reverse Flash beating Juggernaut. But BFR definitely is in consideration because you could just get rid of him, never see him again, never have to deal with that shit again. Because of that, I favor Reverse Flash in this battle, but Juggernaut fans, take pride in the fact that they were not able to beat your boy straight up. They got to BFR him like they did literally every time Classic Juggernaut fought. It was horrible. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching and thank you for supporting this battle. I already made videos covering Reverse Flash and Juggernaut separately. Made them last week. If you want to go view those, definitely give them a peep. Thank you for watching, guys. If you want to support and become a member of me and Chuck's server, hit me up in the comment section. I'll give you info on to do that. It's definitely cheaper to go through me than it is YouTube, so look out for that for sure. Like this, subscribe if you haven't already, turn on the notification bell for more videos. Anyways, it's been your boy YFE, and I will see y'all later. Peace.